SVG-TV News headlines sponsored in part by Flow.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Get the best in TV entertainment with 139 channels, 26 in HD, and HBO included. Plus get 80 local Flow landline minutes to enjoy on evenings and weekends. All for $225 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
In headlines, members of the SVG Churches Coalition say they are not against the LGBTQ community, but the country's buggery laws must remain. CDB President posits the CSME in the region's best bet for achieving sustainable growth. Iran's president announces another step away from the 2015 nuclear deal. And in sports, Windies dealt a heavy blow with a shock warm-up defeat against an Afghanistan 11 ahead of tomorrow's opening one-day international in India. These and other stories coming up in SVG TV's Evening News and Sports.
That was the news headline sponsored in part by Flow.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Get the best in TV entertainment with 139 channels, 26 in HD, and HBO included. Plus get 80 local Flow landline minutes to enjoy on evenings and weekends. All for $225 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
Good evening and welcome to SVG-TV News and Sports for Tuesday, November 5th, 2019. I am Rochelle Batiste with the details. 26-year-old Lionel George, also known as Gobbler, was shot in broad daylight today in the Middle Street area of capital Kingston. Up until news time, he was said to be in critical condition at the Milton Cato Memorial Hospital. Eyewitnesses say George was in the area around 10:30 a.m. when another man wearing sunglasses walked up to him and shot him several times to the upper part of his body. The assailant reportedly made good on his escape eastward towards the market, which is a block away from the Central Police Station. George, who was bleeding profusely, was rushed to the Milton Cato Memorial Hospital by a close family member for medical attention. George, who is from Rockies, is well known to the police. In August this year, he was arrested and charged with 3 counts of robbery. He was also deemed a person of interest into the murder investigation of a Sharps resident last year. Meanwhile, the police issued a wanted person bulletin for Elijah Alexander, also known as Soups, who they say is a person of interest into today's shooting incident in Middle Street, Kingston. The wanted man is a laborer and is said to be 5 feet 9 inches tall, stout and dark in complexion with narrow facial features. The police said he is considered armed and dangerous, and persons are advised to approach him with caution. If seen, persons are asked to immediately contact any police station or Assistant Commissioner of Police in charge of crime at telephone number 4561-339 or the officer in charge of CID at telephone number 4561810. Call, they say, will be treated with confidence. In other news, the newly formed Christian Coalition, which is made up of 10 local churches, has made an application to the High Court as an interested party in the case brought by 2 Vincentian gay men who are challenging the country's buggery and gross indecency laws. In an interview with SVG-TV News today, representatives from the Christian Coalition made it clear that they are not against gays, lesbians, bisexuals, transgenders, or queers, but rather the behavior and will not stand idly and allow a minority of people to legislate for the majority of the population. The men challenging the country's buggery and gross indecency laws have put forward the argument that the laws leftovers from British colonial rule are discriminatory, inhumane, and against the basic tenets of the Vincentian Constitution that protect the rights and freedoms of every citizen. The Christian Coalition, on the other hand, said the section of the laws that are being asked to be struck out by the claimants should remain unchanged, as barrister and solicitor Misha Cruikshank explains.
Vincent that criminalize homosexuality or criminalize lesbianism. The laws that are being challenged are criminalizing a conduct, a behavior, and that behavior is the practice of anal penetration. So we need to make it very clear to the nation that the churches, the Coalition of Christian Churches in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, in their application to the court, are not seeking the criminalization of homosexuality, because there are no such laws. What the Coalition of Christian Churches are opposing is a practice of anal penetration. So that needs to be clear to the nation. We love anybody at all who associates with homosexual lifestyle, whether gay or lesbian. The issue is not the person, the issue is the behavior, and because we love you, we are advising you, stay away from this conduct, stay away from this practice, because it is dangerous to your health.
Another barrister at law, Mandela Peters, and Pastor Terence Haynes of the Seventh-day Adventist Church are also members of the Christian Coalition, reiterated the need for love to prevail and share to the LGBTQ community. They, however, noted that the Constitution is the supreme law of the land and must be upheld.
Message should go through the lens and breadth of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, that Jesus saves and that he is the only way to the Father. So we're calling back our nation to Christian moral principles, so back to the belief in God. Our Constitution was founded upon the belief in the supremacy of God, and we've seen where we have shifted as a nation. We cannot stay silent. We have to speak about these issues. We have to speak against the crime and pray against this in our land. Crime, violence, incest, rape, sexual abuse, homosexuality, the buggery laws.
Not calling for laws to be implemented. We're saying what laws are there. They are like a perimeter guard fence. When I come through my front gate and I shut it back, my garden fence or my fence around my property, that's not legislating against anybody. That is just saying there delimits to where you can access. It gives the occupants in the house safety, and therefore we are saying these laws, such as the buggery law, have been there. We're not saying add more. We're saying they're there. They're saying as a perimeter to the levels of morality that we have accepted.
The members of the Christian Coalition said it is time that the Christian community speak up and let their voices be heard on issues that infringe on morality.
What's the big deal? Is it just because of this challenge to the constitutionality of buggery? But however, we see these issues as a red line in the sand, and the implications that removal of the buggery laws in St. Vincent and Grenadines can pose. And historically, in other jurisdictions, we've seen that a similar pattern happen. First, it was the buggery laws movement, and then other things came in. Not only that, but we are also seeing that there are attitudes in our society that might predispose somebody to think that it is optimum time to remove these buggery laws. Therefore, our response is not just simply to the constitutionality of the buggery laws or not, but we're looking at other issues. That
Church recognized that this challenge to our buggery laws, we could not sit back and stay silent. We recognize, we look at the outer world, and we see what is happening now. Same-sex unions, we see Christian liberty is in jeopardy in some of these places. You cannot say, even repeat what God's word is saying about that lifestyle. We do not hate people, because when we look at the Bible, we saw Jesus, and I always like Zacchaeus because that was my favorite Sunday school song. But Jesus went to the home of this man, and after he left, this guy was transformed. He was changed.
The next hearing in the legal challenges to the buggery laws is slated for November 13th. Today, Tuesday, November 5th, is recognized as International Tsunami Awareness Day, where countries around the world use the opportunity to bring awareness to the phenomenon and highlight the work being done to build resilience against its impacts. Worldwide, tsunamis have claimed more than 260,000 lives, or an average of 4,600 per disaster, surpassing any other natural hazard. The highest number of deaths have been recorded by the tsunami in December 2004 in the Indian Ocean, which caused an estimated 227,000 fatalities in 14 countries, with Indonesia, Sri Lanka, India, and Thailand hardest hit. World Tsunami Awareness Day was the brainchild of Japan, which, due to its repeated bitter experience, has over the years built up major expertise in areas such as tsunami early warning systems and public action such as infrastructural development to reduce future impacts. Here in SVG, the National Emergency Management Organization, NEMO, has been partnering with regional and international stakeholders in activities to build awareness and resilience. One of the latest initiatives is the Tsunami Readiness Project. The objectives of this project are designed to develop tsunami inundation and evacuation maps for risk communities, facilitate public awareness activities to encourage discussions and validation on tsunami evacuation maps for all of these communities. Coastal communities across SVG have been targeted under the project, which main goal is to get them tsunami ready. 3 Vinci parrots bred in Germany now on home soil. These and other stories coming up when we return with more local news. Stay with us.
The local news sponsored in part by Flow.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Get the best in TV entertainment with 139 channels, 26 in HD, and HBO included. Plus get 80 local Flow landline minutes to enjoy on evenings and weekends. All for $225 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
C-Star Limited is now located on the 3rd floor of the First St. Vincent Bank building. They have extended their range of products and furniture, including patio sets, closets, shoe casing, beds and mattresses, TV cabinets, and kitchen cupboards, just to name a few of their luxurious pieces, all at unbelievable prices. Don't just take my word for it. Check them out upstairs the First St. Vincent Bank building. And don't forget, they still have the best in windows, doors, burglar bars, rails, and vanities. C-Star Limited, where quality and style is our motto.
A funeral service should be one that you can be proud of, one that leaves lasting memories of your loved ones, and that's where you need the New Haven Funeral Home. At the New Haven Funeral Home, we desire to impact positively in the industry because we recognize that a greater part of what we do is not just quality caskets or quality coffins, but quality service. We hold ourselves to a higher standard. This standard extends to all areas of our work. We accommodate all clients, regardless of circumstance, all without compromising quality. I actually get this question a lot. And although it's not the most glamorous of jobs, I love it. Because we get to help people. We get to help families when they need it the most.
New Haven Funeral Home, helping families preserve memories.
It's stylelicious here at Quartz Optical. The best in style and designs for your perfect frame. Converse, Ray-Bans, Kate Spade, Prada, and lots more. Buy any frames and lenses and get a chance to win $2,000 cash. Get it now and pay nothing for 60 days with Ready Finance. Only at Quartz Optical, the largest and fastest growing optical chain in the Caribbean. Visit our website at www.optical.com to book your appointment today. Offer ends November 24th, 2019.
Welcome back. The Amazona gildingi is a parrot of national significance, and 3 of these birds returned home to a warm welcome last evening at the Argyle International Airport. The parrots were bred at the facilities of the Conservation of Threatened Parrots, the ACTP, in Germany, as part of efforts to ensure the survival of the endangered species. According to reports, a population consensus conducted in 2010 estimated the number of parrots, or the Amazona gildingi, which was declared the national bird of SVG in 1979, was between 850 to 900, a far cry from the 3,000 plus birds that inhabited the forest during the 1960s and 1970s. Recognizing the need for the conservation of the birds or parrots, the government of SVG entered into a technical partnership to conserve the national bird both within and outside of its natural habitat. Speaking at last evening's welcoming ceremony, Minister of Agriculture Soboto Caesar said having the parrots home is worth celebrating, as SVG continues to be a leader in the area of conservation.
This evening to welcome home 3 of our very own, the Amazona gildingi. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, as a small island developing state, we stand as leaders in the vanguard for conservation, not only in the OECS, in CARICOM, but in the entire world. A few years ago, we ensured that every turtle in our jurisdiction was protected. Our recent accomplishments with the Union Island gecko has placed us on the map for conservation.
Minister Caesar thanked the German-based ACTP for its efforts in helping to conserve the national bird, adding that the project will ensure the Amazona gildingi will be around for future generations.
And today, I want us to join hands and hearts to celebrate with the forestry department, the hard-working staff there, friendly organizations in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and special mention must be made of the hard work and dedication of the Association for the Conservation of Threatened Parrots. Because of that work, the youngsters who are here with us, we don't have to worry that when they are 60 years and 70 years, that our birds will be in extinction. They are going to be around. And we as custodians, we have a national duty to continue to play, and I look forward to many more years of good relations with the ACTP as we work to build this blessed country of ours. Thank you very much.
Meanwhile, Director of Forestry Fitzgerald Providence said maintenance of the forest and endemic species are key to the development of SVG, and that the Forestry Department will continue to do its part to preserve both for future generations.
Maintain its habitat, the forest, which provides a lot of benefits to the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So when we protect this bird, we protect our livelihoods, our lives, and our development in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, because the water you drink comes from the forest that this bird flies in. So without the bird, without the forest, we don't have a future in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So I just want to, again, appreciate the work that we've been doing with the Association for the Conservation of Threatened Parrots in terms of the maintenance of these birds. We don't want it ever to have a catastrophic event where we have to only have birds bred in captivity to replace the birds in the forest. We want to protect our forests. So the young people here, the children here, we want you to start the protection for your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren, not my great-grandchildren, but yours. So we want the bird to remain in the wild for the future. We want to protect it, and we want to continue the conservation work with partners like the ACTP and others who want to help us to sustain this population. And we continue to do our work in conservation in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, because one species protected means all protected, and our forest is protected. So thank you very much.
Some news coming to hand now. In relation to the shooting incident in Kingston today, we understand that the suspect, Leisure Soups Alexander, is now in police custody. According to a release from the police, as a result of a wanted person bulletin at 6:23 p.m., the suspect surrendered himself to the police at the Major Crimes Unit in the company of his lawyer, Grant Connell. In other news, a fair or fairer workshop for small medicinal cannabis farmers will be convened here later this week. The workshop is expected to culminate in the formulation of a fair trade charter or protocol for the local medical cannabis industry. The organizers say the outcome of the workshop is expected to be used in a global context and will be considered a significant development once achieved. The workshop is being organized by Transnational Institute, the TNI, in collaboration with the SVG Medical Cannabis Authority and the SVG Cannabis Revival Committee. It will run from Friday, November 8th to Monday, 11th. The organizers say day one of the workshop will bring together a group of more than 100 traditional cannabis cultivators for exchange and learning. The second and third day will bring together policymakers and influencers in a smaller group setting, while the last day will see participants engage in a field trip to observe what's happening on the ground in respect of the local medical cannabis industry. Participants are expected from the CARICOM Ganja Commission, Colombia, Jamaica Cannabis Licensing Authority, as well as from Antigua and Barbuda, Barbados, and St. Lucia. Youngsters who are interested in the field of horticulture are being encouraged to join the Horticultural Society to benefit from the expertise of the current members. The invitation was issued by President of the Horticulture Society, Eleanor Macmillan, at the recently concluded Flavors and Flowers exhibition held at the Governor General's residence. The Horticulture Society began with a group of persons who share a love of flowers and plants and grew into a body focus on developing the horticultural skills of members and the public, as well as to plant gardens at various locations. Macmillan said the society is seeking new members and they would love for the youth to get on board.
Going forward, the Horticultural Society is seeking to recruit members, especially young men and women who are interested in horticulture and who would like to gain expertise in plant propagation, such as grafting and building, control of plant growth, pruning, botanical names of plants, diseases and their control, floral arrangements, preparing seed beds for such as lettuce, tomatoes, cucumbers, cabbages, among others. For your pleasure today, the Horticultural Society has a wide range of displays, such as fresh and dry floral arrangements, orchids, potted plants, etc. We hope you will enjoy your visit, and do feel free to talk with any member of the society to learn how to become a member.
Macmillan highlighted some of the activities the society has been engaged in and those they are looking forward to.
Also, you may have seen us on Mother's Day on the Singers Gallery, where we sell over the years, bouquets, arrangements, potted plants, shrubs, seedlings, both floral and vegetables, as well as herbs, etc., all to enhance that special day. At present, we are in the process of planting a new Christmas tree in the Milton Cato Memorial Hospital garden. We have already acquired the tree and are waiting the rain. We are also in the process of planting a garden at the back of the new library, where persons, young and old, may be able to sit under the almond trees and enjoy peace and tranquility.
That brings us to the end of the local segment of the news. CDB President posits the CSME is the region's best bet for achieving sustainable growth. This from the region. When we return, stay with us.
That was the local news segment.
The Everready Funeral Home at French's is your friend in times of grief. With over 40 years' experience, they are prepared to take care of all your funeral arrangements. Embalming, lowering device service, grave mattresses, carpeting, vaults, tombs and wreaths. Arrangements for television obituaries. Cremation is available upon request. Everready Funeral Home offers the finest in caskets and coffins, local and imported. So, in your time of need, call Everready Funeral Home at any time. 456-1494. Everready Funeral Home, offering service above self.
Juicy, drink today. Juicy, same great taste. Juicy, the original drink. It's a Vinci thing.
Get your red and banana,
Pineapple,
juicy cola, orange or apple. Juicy for you and for your neighbor.
it's a Vinci thing.
Enjoy it juicy, the original Vinci thing.
Juicy. Set for Life is back again. Your favorite game. Win house and land. SUV plus 50 grand. 50 and 25 grand. Second and third prize in your hand. Yeah. So play as much as you can. Want the prizes to be won. Set for life. A brand new house. Set for life. A brand new car. Set for life. $10 for a bet. Live your life with no regrets. Set for life. Did your day done set for life. December 28th. Set for life. Check the lotto machine. Get set for 2019. Set for life. Live all of your dreams. Be a winner, turn your own keys. Set for life. 26 retail shops and restaurants open now for your convenience. At the cruise ship terminal. At the cruise ship terminal. It's a great venue to run for functions. Secure parking, great ambiance. At the cruise ship terminal. At the cruise ship terminal.
Convenient parking at the Kingstown Cruise Ship Terminal and the Geese Compound. The Kingstown Cruise Ship Terminal has 26 retail shops and restaurants with a variety of food offerings. A great secure venue for your function with a great ambience. Also, we offer lock storage service. The Cruise Ship Terminal. Convenience for you.
At the cruise ship terminal. The cruise ship terminal.
Once again, the countdown has begun, and time is running out. Shop at Quartz today and make this season even more epic with the latest in electronics, appliances, stylish furniture, and so much more. Only at Quartz, bringing value home.
The regional news segment sponsored by Massey Stores SVG Limited.
Massey Stores Pharmacy is the one for you. Is the one for you. We have competitive prices for your prescriptions too. We have 10% off for seniors, children under 3. We're here for your convenience. Prescription services. Leave your prescriptions while you shop. And our professional pharmacists will help you out. Massive Stars Pharmacy, Massive Stars Pharmacy, where your health is your wealth.
Located at Massey Stores, Kingstown. Contact us at 453-9112.
Welcome back. In our news from the region now, we hear that President of the Caribbean Development Bank, Dr. Warren Smith, said the Caribbean Single Market and Economy, the CSME, is the region's best bet for achieving sustainable economic growth. He was at the time addressing a town hall meeting on the CSME in Barbados, where regional officials addressed the issue of regional economic growth.
There is an urgency, therefore, for us to accelerate the regional integration movement through the completion of the single market. That urgency is underscored by the worrisome shift towards inward-looking policies and a retreat from multilateralism and globalization in some parts of Europe and in the United States of America, which are traditional trading partners of CARICOM. We at the Caribbean Development Bank are convinced that the CSME is our best bet for unlocking the economic growth potential of CARICOM countries and enhancing the prospects for greater prosperity for our people.
And Barbados Prime Minister Mia Mottley lamented the fact that the Caribbean has fallen behind other developing regions.
How do we come to accept that since the 1980s, our growth has literally fallen below that of other major regions, and that others have come to use the very same technology that we have to leapfrog us? That in Africa, Kenyans can do their business through digital money, and that those who may be cut off by large and long distances are now not cut off with respect to their ability to bring produce to market because of the technology.
With the emergence of party drugs in Trinidad and Tobago this year, the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service is sensitizing the population on the dangers of using these types of drugs. Women and children in particularly are easily preyed upon or influenced in consuming these types of drugs. In this TTT News Online report, we hear from one man who became addicted to the Zeza pill, which nearly ruined his life.
Party drugs fall into three categories: depressants, stimulants such as cocaine and crystal meth, and hallucinogens such as LSD, MDMA, ecstasy, and Molly, to name a few. In Trinidad and Tobago, these types of drugs have been slowly creeping into the society, affecting adults and school children. Disguised as candy or an average tablet, Zesapil, E, Molly, and Flakka can do serious damage, not only internally, but also contribute to criminality and self-harm. For one man who spoke to TTT under anonymity said the Zesapil nearly destroyed his life.
This blue one here is 100%, and the green one is 60%. Victims are like, when you take one, it doesn't want the feeling to go, so you just continue taking, like taking and taking it, do. Like when it rain out, you'll be calling for more now. We can end up taking 4 early, like one after the next.
For some men, the Zesapil, Flakka, and E can be taken before sexual encounters. But what's more worrying is that it can also be used as a date rape drug for women.
So them school children who already know nothing, if them get this in the hand, every problem will come in. Yeah. And like there's somebody to go around in the schools, show the children them it, let them know what it is really about. Because it's a serious thing. It's something that you can grind it up to dust, like it's mash up. So you grind it up in dust, you're treating anything what a child drinking. Or a person drinking, come like some men use it to interfere gills.
Assistant Superintendent of the TTPS, Richard Smith, cautioned the public about the use of these party pills and to be on alert when partying or even accepting tablets from others.
Children are our future, and we have to teach them now
so that they could stay away from these spills. You know, we are urging the public, parents, check your children's school bag, check their rooms, check their drawers, ensure that they don't have these spills. They are quite colorful. You might believe it's some sweets or something, but check their bags and ensure that they do not have these spills, because these are very dangerous.
There have been reports of persons inflicting harm onto themselves, getting into accidents and causing harm to others and animals as a result of consuming these party drugs.
Well, that was our news from the region. Iran's president announces another step away from 2015 nuclear deal. This from the international scene. When we return, stay with us.
That was a regional news segment sponsored by Massey Stores SVG Limited.
Massey Stores Pharmacy is the one for you. Is the one for you. We have competitive prices for your prescriptions too. We have 10% off for seniors, children under 3. We're here for your convenience. Prescription services. Leave your prescriptions while you shop. And our professional pharmacists will help you out. Massey Stores Pharmacy, Massey Stores Pharmacy, where your health is your wealth.
Located at Massey Stores, Kingstown. Contact us at 453-9112.
Still going to town for hardware? No, you don't need to. Pinchers Hardware in Pembroke. It's your one-stop shop for all your hardware needs. We stock building materials, blocks, sand, and stones. Also plumbing and electrical fittings. We have automotive supplies too. And to make things easy, we will deliver to your location. Come on in or simply call us at 458-7591 or 533-1576. We are open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Pinchers Hardware, located in Pembroke, where quality meets price.
It's stylelicious here at Quartz Optical. The best in style and designs for your perfect frame. Converse, Ray-Bans, Kate Spade, Prada, and lots more. Buy any frames and lenses and get a chance to win $2,000 cash. Get it now and pay nothing for 60 days with ready finance. Only at Quartz Optical, the largest and fastest growing optical chain in the Caribbean. Visit our website at www.optical.com to book your appointment today. Offer ends November 24th, 2019.
SVG-TV International News segment sponsored in part by Carez Distribution Limited.
For over 60 years, we have sought only the best beans grown in the lush hills of the Andean mountains of Colombia. Cold Cafe. We carefully select only the very best beans and roast them to delicious perfection by our experienced roast masters. Cold Cafe. Cold Cafe treats you to one of the finest coffees in the world, available in classic and decaffeinated. A rich flavor and aroma that can only come from 100% Colombian coffee. Cold Cafe. Indulge yourself in our delicious cappuccinos available in classic mocha and French vanilla. Enjoy them hot to warm your soul or cool to cool you down. Either way, they are incredibly satisfying. So go ahead, enjoy Cold Cafe and treat yourself.
Let's go further afield now. Iran will start injecting uranium gas into hundreds of centrifuges as its Fordo facility in the latest step away from the crumbling nuclear deal with world powers since the United States withdrew from the landmark accord last year. In a televised statement today, Iran President Hassan Rouhani said the 1,044 machines at the plant will be injected with the uranium gas starting tomorrow. We hear more in this report.
President Hassan Rouhani arrived at this factory in Tehran for an inauguration ceremony, but he used it to announce Iran's fourth and most significant step in scaling back its commitment to the 2015 nuclear deal.
Iran's fourth step will be launched at the Fordo nuclear facility, and I will advise the Atomic Energy Organization to start, as of tomorrow, by feeding gas into the centrifuges. I will also inform the P4+1 of this step. This new action will also be under the supervision of the International Atomic Energy Agency.
The Fordo nuclear facility is the only place where Iran can and has produced 20% enriched uranium. That's considered an important stage towards developing uranium with the potential for a nuclear weapon. It has always been a controversial facility. Its existence was revealed to the world by Iran in 2009. That was after the United States intelligence agencies alleged that there was a secret nuclear facility in Iran, and the president acknowledged that there are sensitivities surrounding the plant.
This step may increase concerns. We know people are sensitive about Fordo and its centrifuges, but whenever they uphold their commitments, we will reverse our steps.
Under the nuclear deal of 2015, Fordo had become solely a research facility. It was one of the most contentious points of the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, or JCPOA, agreed with world powers to limit Iran's nuclear program. Since the United States withdrew from the deal in May of 2018 and imposed a series of new sanctions on Iran, officials here decided to gradually reduce their compliance.
They have been saying that if they are not able to sell their oil or to get the benefit of a transaction with the global financial system, there is no benefit for them to remain a party of the nuclear deal.
That led to President Rouhani declaring in May that every 60 days Iran will announce another step until the remaining European signatories uphold their end of the agreement.
This latest announcement will have serious consequences for Iran, and officials here are very aware of that. But President Rouhani has stressed that all these measures are reversible as soon as the European signatories of the deal show full compliance. Until then, Iran will continue to take these steps while the international community continues its condemnations.
Well, that's the news. Sports is just ahead, but before that, let's take a look at the local weather forecast.
SVG-TV International News segment was sponsored in part by Carez Distribution Limited.
Let's go! Turn up the fun!
With Chocolisto and its great flavor, enriched with vitamins and minerals that help you grow.
Hey! Chocolisto makes you big and strong.
The weather report sponsored in part by General Hardware, Budgemart Limited.
Listen, the big hardware stores have been ripping off Vincentians for years with their high prices. They came General Hardware with the lowest prices ever in SVG. Now, the big guys are scrambling to drop their prices, but they still can't beat the General. So don't let them fool you. General Hardware still has the best prices on lumber, plywood, and steel. And even with a sale, the General beats that too. So go on, compare prices. Then come to General Hardware and save dollars every day. Because nobody beats the General. Nobody. General Hardware Supplies, located next to Yvette's Pork City in Arnesville. Call 453-9000.
Bebin, the diaper made with the very best for the very best. Keeps up with them on the go. With a wetness indicator, Bebin keeps your child dry and happy. For quality and affordability, choose Bebin every time.
Bebin Premium.
The local weather forecast, it is cloudy, hazy and breezy. Winds east-northeast at 19 kilometers per hour. The temperature is 27.0 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity is 89%. The barometric pressure is 11.8 millibars, 24-hour rainfall 3.5 millimeters. Today's maximum temperature is 29.9 degrees Celsius. Today's minimum temperature is 23.7 degrees Celsius. Sunset today at 5:37 p.m. Sunrise tomorrow at 5:59 a.m. The forecast, it is generally cloudy, hazy and breezy with moderate to heavy showers and isolated thunderstorms. The synopsis, a tropical wave is affecting the islands.
The weather report was sponsored in part by General Hardware, Budgemart Limited.
Bebin, the diaper made with the very best for the very best. Keeps up with them on the go. With a wetness indicator, Bebin keeps your child dry and happy. For quality and affordability, choose Bebin every time.
Bebin Premium.
A funeral is considered as a last goodbye. The memories are for you, the family and loved ones. Joseph the Silva Senior Memorial Funeral Home sympathizes and understands the grieving process. They go the extra mile, offering counseling, private funeral, chapel service, night viewing and church service, along with other services expected at a professional funeral home. Visit the office at Mesopotamia. A warm, modern, and customer-friendly environment awaits you. Joseph the Silva Senior Memorial Funeral Home, offering affordability in time of need. We are here. We care.
Welcome to the evening sports. We hear that West Indies were dealt a heavy blow in their build-up to Wednesday's opening one international when they slumped to a shock 4-wicket defeat in a warm-up match against an Afghanistan 11 team in India yesterday. In their first and only preparation game before the limited over series, West Indies batsmen yet again failed to produce anything of real worth after collapsing to 156 all out in the 39 overs, and then watch as the hosts chased down the modest target with over 15 overs to spare. Roston Chase was the foundation of the Windies' effort with a top score of 41, while former captain Jason Holder chipped in with 31 and Evan Lewis 24. Needed early wickets in the defense of a small total on cap-fast bowler Romario Shepherd, 3 for 16, wreaked havoc at the top, removing both openers Azazi 1 and Javed Amadi 9 cheaply as the hosts limped to 12 for 2 in the fourth over. Fast bowler Alzari Joseph accounted for Ramat in the 21st over. Leg spinner Hayden Walsh Jr. in his first appearance in maroon colours broke the stand when he bowled Zanran in the 27th over. However, any last-ditch hopes of a Windies win were dashed as Asghar had Mohamed Nabid 18 at a 34 for the 6th wicket to erase any doubt over the result. Devin Booker inspired the Phoenix Suns as the Philadelphia 76ers suffered their first defeat of the NBA season, while the injured-ravaged Golden State Warriors prevail. Booker scored 40 points to lead the Suns past the previously undefeated 76ers 114-109 in Phoenix on Monday night. Ricky Rubio chipped in with 21 points and 10 assists for the Suns 5-2, who are on a 3-game winning streak. Meanwhile, the Warriors claimed just their second victory of the season after upstaging the Portland Trail Blazers 127-118. Without injured stars Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and D'Angelo Russell, the Warriors improved to 2 for 5 thanks to 36 points and 13 rebounds from rookie Eric Pascal. Damian Lillard's 39 points and a double-double from Hassan Whiteside, 22 points, 11 rebounds were not enough for the visiting Trail Blazers in San Francisco. After seeing 2 gymnasts qualify for the Olympics, the Jamaica Amateur Gymnastics Association is putting plans in place to help more Jamaicans compete at the highest level. One of the qualifiers, Danosia Francis, is hoping to see more done for the sport. We hear more in this TVJ Sport Report.
Jamaica got its first taste of representation in gymnastics at the Olympics when Tonian Williams competed in Rio in 2016. The country is expected to witness another Jamaican in action after Danusia Francis qualified for the 2020 Games in Tokyo, Japan. But with both gymnasts born overseas, President of the local association, Nicole Grant Brown, is hoping to employ a top-class coach to help build local talent for the future.
What we are hoping to do is to hire a competent coach who can come to Jamaica and live in Jamaica for at least 3 years to work alongside our coaches. If we have that in the next couple of years, we are good. We will be able to, take the athletes from the next step where they need to be.
And that coach would be able to use the first state-of-the-art facility, which was opened in Kingston recently. But Francis thinks more will be needed around the country.
I think now we've got some better facilities. It's going to help to grow the sport even more in Jamaica. However, we could be looking at having facilities not only in Kingston but all around Jamaica, as obviously not everybody does live in Kingston. And I know certainly in lots of different countries there's lots of different facilities. So I think where you can't expect families to move just for training, it would be really cool to see lots more facilities in the future all around the island.
However, Francis is remaining patient as she expects further growth in the sport.
We're building momentum and we're improving every time we go out internationally. So if we can inspire from the top and then from the bottom the resources get put in place, I think as much as it seems like a slow pace, it's going to be fairly quick, and I think we're building momentum, and that's the main thing.
Francis says she will resume competition in February ahead of the start of the Olympic Games in July. Daniel Blake, TVJ Sports.
The evening sports will continue in a moment. Stay with us.
My sister's pharmacy is the one for you. Is the one for you. We have competitive prices for your prescriptions too. We have 10% off for seniors and children under 3. We're here for your convenience. Prescription services. Leave your prescriptions while you shop. And our professional pharmacists will help you out. Massey Stars Pharmacy. Massey Stars Pharmacy. Where your health is your wealth.
Located at Massey Stores, Kingstown. Contact us at 453-9112.
Get ready for the 2019 VINLEC National Science and Technology Fair, November 11th to 15th, 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. daily, under the theme, Turning Problems into Opportunities Using Scientific Strategies. Registration is now open and closes on November 1st, 2019. For more information, see the Science Fair Handbook at svgcdu.org. Don't miss your chance to win great prizes. It's the 2019 VINLEC National Science and Technology Fair. See you there.
Once again, the countdown has begun, and time is running out. Shop at Quartz today and make this season even more epic with the latest in electronics, appliances, stylish furniture, and so much more. Only at Quartz, bringing value home.
Welcome back. It was a virtual goal fest at the Richmond Hill playing field on Friday in the primary schools football championship. The Sand Hill Government School enjoyed a 10-goal trumping of the Stephanie Brown Primary School. Sand Hill also swamped the Canawan Government School 8-0. Canawan were again on the losing end when they faced the Paget Farm Government School. 3 goals from Jobel Oliver and 1 apiece from Barrockhampton and Glenrick Hazel, securing the 5-0 win. Beckway Anglican Primary scored 6 against the Stephanie Brown Primary in their match. Beckway Anglican then defeated the Canawan Government School 9-0 in the SVG Football Federation secondary tournament. 3 goals from Rashid Wallace, 2 from Renson Sayers and 1 from Haley Nero gave the Thomas Saunders secondary a 6-0 win over Bishop's College Kingstown in the junior division. The seniors of Bishop College, however, turned the tables on Thomas Saunders, beating them 3-1. In the senior division, Sinclair Dakin had an easy go with the Emmanuel High School Mesopotamia with a 6-0 win. And students who are interested in representing the SVG Community College in the National Cricket 50 overs and 20 overs competitions 2020 are asked to send their name to Roxel John by November 20th. The competition began in January and games will be played on the weekends. Training will begin late November once an adequate number of quality persons indicate their interest. Students are reminded that the attendance to training is a major requirement for selection. And that's how we end sports this evening. We'll be right back to wrap things up. Stay with us.
Set for Life is back again. Your favorite game. Win house and land. SUV plus 50 grand. 50 and 25 grand. Second and third prize in your hand. Yeah. So play as much as you can. Monthly prizes to be won. Set for life. A brand new house. Set for life. A brand new car. Set for life. $10 for a bet. Live your life with no regrets. Set for life. Did your day done set? Set for life. December 20th. Set for life. Check the lotto machine. Get set for 2019. Set for life. Live all of your dreams. Be a winner. Turn your own keys. Set for life.
Welcome to Finishing and Furnishing, where a warm and friendly staff awaits you. At Finishing and Furnishing, you feel like you're in a home away from home. You will find a wide range of bedroom, living room, and appliances displayed in a stunning setting. When dealing with furniture, you need to take into consideration the colors of your room. That's why at our Penta Studio, we supply the best in interior and exterior paints. Have wooden furniture? Well, we also have stains, sealers, lacquers to get that matte or gloss finish of your desire. So give us a call at 457-2206 and come on down to Finishing and Furnishing today and start building the home of your dreams.
It's stylelicious here at Quartz Optical. The best in style and designs for your perfect frame. Converse, Ray-Bans, Kate Spade, Prada, and lots more. Buy any frames and lenses and get a chance to win $2,000 cash. Get it now and pay nothing for 60 days with ready finance. Only at Quartz Optical, the largest and fastest growing optical chain in the Caribbean. Visit our website at www.optical.com to book your appointment today. Offer ends November 24th, 2019.
And now for a second look at the headlines. Members of the SVG Christian Coalition say they are not against the LGBTQ community, but the country's buggery laws must remain. CDB President posits the CSME is the region's best bet for achieving sustainable economic growth. Iran's president announces another step away from the 2015 nuclear deal. And in sports, Windies dealt a heavy blow with a shock warm-up defeat against an Afghanistan 11 ahead of tomorrow's opening one-day international in India. On behalf of all of us here at SVG-TV, thanks for viewing. I am Rochelle Batiste. Don't forget to visit our Facebook page for a recap of the news and daily headlines. Also tune in for SVG-TV News in 15 at 12:45 p.m. weekdays. Have a good evening.
Listen, the big hardware stores have been ripping off Vincentions for years with their high prices. They came General Hardware with the lowest prices ever in SVG. Now, the big guys are scrambling to drop their prices, but they still can't beat the General. So don't let them fool you. General Hardware still has the best prices on lumber, plywood, and steel. And even with a sale, the General beats that too. So go on, compare prices, then come to General Hardware and save dollars every day. Because nobody beats the General. Nobody. General Hardware Supplies, located next to Yvette's Pork City in Arnesville. Call 453-9000.
Once again, the countdown has begun, and time is running out. Shop at Quartz today and make this season even more epic with the latest in electronics, appliances, stylish furniture, and so much more. Only at Quartz, bringing value home.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Get the best in TV entertainment with one